September, people set big goals, but by February, they're already tired, overwhelmed, and back to their old habits. This year, I want us to do it differently, calmly, clearly, and in a way you can actually stick to. My name is Dr. Oluwaseun, and channel I help you become more productive, overcome procrastination, glow from inside out, and create a life you are proud of. One small step at a time. If this sounds like the kind of support you want for 2026, hit the subscribe button now. Now let's start with the real reason people do not achieve their New Year goals. Number one is because they set too many goals, and when the brain sees a very long list, it shuts down. Number two, their goals are vague. For example, I want to make money. I want to be consistent. I want to lose weight. These are not goals. These are wishes. Number three reasons that they do not have an emotional connection with the goal. Now, if a goal doesn't matter to you so much, you wouldn't fight for it when life gets busy. Now, there is this simple framework that I personally use and teach, and it works. It's called the SBB Clarity Framework. And now this will help you. And the first R is reflect. You want to look back at the year and ask yourself what worked, what drained you, what did you avoid, and what did you enjoy. You need to write those things down. You need to do that evaluation. The R2 is reduce. Now you want to look at that your long list of goals and reduce it to the most meaningful one. Why? Because simplicity is equals to success. And R3 is replace. Now you don't just stop a bad habit, you replace it with a better one. So if you have a habit you really do not want, you want to replace it with the one that you now want. R4 is routine, and that means you build systems and daily or weekly habits that helps to support and keep the goals alive. This is how you make 2026 different. Now let's go into the very practical parts. Here is how you set your goals so that you can actually stick to it. Number one, go choose your life categories, or maybe you can take like 3 to 4. Maybe for example, personal development, relationships, maybe finances, health, productivity. Usually I would like say take between 3 to 4, but just take the different categories, of life that you want to set goals in. So you choose the category first. Step 2, choose 1 or 2 priorities in each category. For example, personal development could be like to read intentionally. That's the priority you're setting in your personal development. That sort of productivity, maybe priority is to remove distractions, because there are different aspects to productivity. So it depends on what you have as a goal. And your finances could be to increase your earnings. Now, number 3, the step 3 is write a clear goal. Remember when I talked about all this? I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to be more consistent. All those things are wishes, they are not goals. A goal has to be clear and specific. For example, so instead of saying I want more money or I want to make more money, you can say I want to make an extra 100,000 naira or dollars from my skills. Now, step number 4. Now that you have had a very clear goal, you want to break down that goal. We're talking about 2026 goals, right? You have a goal for the year, then you want to ask yourself, what will I do every month that will shift me, that will move me closer to this goal? Every month, then you break it down to weekly, then break it down to the tiniest form, which is every single day. What can I do every single day that will push me closer to actualizing my goal? So breaking it down is one of the ways that can make it very easy and non-overwhelming or non-cumbersome to your mind or to your brain. Just what you do every single day. You see, it's easy, and then you do it consistently. Now you attach a system to it. That's step number 5, right? Just attach a system. Now, goals only work when there's a system attached to it. That means like a form of habit to it. And that could be something like 10 minutes daily planning. 10 minutes daily planning. It could also be something like a 1 hour batch work weekly. It could be, so you have something specific, have a routine already fixed for it. Or no phone before 10 a.m. That's a system you're putting in place. 2 videos per week, or weekly savings, things like that. That's now a system attached to your specific goal. So now that you know how to set a goal properly, you're not going to tell yourself, What can you do so you can stick to it throughout the year? You don't want to start and by February you're already stopping as it used to be. So this is what you're going to do. Number one, you need an identity shift. You need to become the person who does the goal. And in other words, you're somebody who shows up. You tell yourself that. You imagine yourself as that. And you begin to act that way. So those are the things you do in order to have an identity shift. Number two, micro habits. And those are like small habits that takes less than 5 minutes. Now I already told you that you already have a system on a system or something attached, a system or a routine attached to these your goals. Now one of the things you can do is this. Even when life gets busy, just do 5 minutes of that habit. 5 minutes of what your routine is. Just 5 minutes just 5 minutes or whatever it is. And you see that you keep moving. Rather than stopping because life got busy, just do that 5 minutes and it keeps you on. Number three is your environment. Now, a clean and arranged workspace or space reduces distractions for you. So you want to make sure that your environment, clean your workspace. A clean workspace makes makes doing the work easier. When your environment supports your goal will support your future. And number four is accountability. That's very important. Now, it could be maybe a coach. You can get an accountability coach. You can join a community. Like I have the consistency and accountability inner circle, which can support with accountability. Now, research shows that the people who are held accountable have a very higher chance of accomplishing a goal than those who are not held accountable. So accountability is very, very important. Now, if you follow through this simple approach that I've just given you to setting your goals for 2026, 2026 is going to be that year, your year of turning around, not because you worked harder, because you had clarity and created systems that work. If procrastination held you, and if it is procrastination that held you in the course of 2025, that's something you need to tackle first before talking about setting new goals so that the same thing doesn't stop you in 2026. You can check the link in the description and also in my pinned comments for my procrastination masterclass, what you really need for your 2026 to be awesome. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button and share to your friends you think might need to know how to set their goals properly and follow through in 2026. I share weekly tips on productivity, transformation, beating procrastination, glow up from inside out, and creating the future that you would be proud of. Subscribe so that you do not miss any of my videos, any of my weekly videos, and I'd like to support you through your 2026 growth journey. Do that with you by joining my WhatsApp channel, the link in description as well. Till we meet next week, cheers to your success.